Hi all, welcome back. This is a fly that is one of those guide flies. It's super easy to tie. A number of people were asking if I use my Primeradian with a dropper, and yes I do, and this is one of the droppers I use. I've fished off about 3-4 times with a particular guide on the Sable River in Michigan. And again, guides have their own set of flies, and he would pull this particular fly out, and just tie it on. And I go, well, what is that? And he goes, I don't know, that's what I use. So I finally convinced him to show me how to tie it. And it's like so ridiculously simple. I tie it all the time. I tie thousands of them. And again, I give these out all the time. I'm going to tie it on a little bit bigger hook. This is a size 10 hook. Normally I do this on a size 12 or even smaller, but size 12 is my primary size. But I'm doing it on 10 today just for video reasons, okay? So and one of the things that he always said was that he uses, for his nymphs, he uses dry fly hooks because the wire is thinner and it pierces better. You just listen to whatever people have to say. So the first thing he does is, or the first thing you do, because you want to get this as your dropper and you wanted to get it down. This is 0.025 wire. And I'm just going to put it like about 3 or 4 wraps on it. Okay. Just to give it just that little bit extra weight. And this is non-lead. I do try to do that. I was a chemistry teacher in one of my earlier lives, and I know what lead does. So here we go. Then we're going to just take some black thread and wrap it back and forth real quick. A lot of people commented on my Dan vise too, which I was pretty funny. This is just a vise I've just had forever. I bought it when I didn't have any money, and I've had it for, I don't know, 25 years, something like that. And it still works great, and I've tied about 1 billion flies on it. Okay, so I put my black on there. That's fine. Then I'll take, now everything I had, I just lost. I take a couple pieces of peacock curl, like 3 maybe, 3 or 4, depending on the size of the hook and how thick your peacock curl is. I trim it so it's flat, just so it's flat. You get that woody stuff off the end. Again, just sort of tie this on this end, as back as far as you can go with your thread. Kind of just come around this way. This is a nice buggy fly, by the way. And then again, I just go forward and backwards on it. Gives it a nice, yummy, grubby look, okay? Trim that off. Then I'll just take some wide loops. This will kind of make it just a slightly more durable. Again, I don't worry about durable flies because I tie them so easy that I don't have a problem with throwing them away, or losing them. Okay, the only other material here is I do have some partridge that he told me to use. And it's basically, this is kind of like basically it's a wet fly. So I'll take a piece of partridge like that, kind of tear off the soft stuff like that. Okay, just get rid of that. I got 2 of them here. Okay, wonderful. I'll use this one just because it's big. I'll just so I can show you. Then basically you take it, you tie it on the end, and again, this is taking me about 10 times longer than it would normally take. And then trim this piece off here, and then probably should have hackle pliers, but I'm just going to go around twice. This is a very sort of non-fly, sparse fly. And then you tie this, make sure it's tied on there. Do 3 wraps. take these guys, trim this off, then take all of this stuff and just kind of just beat it back just a hair. Nice head. I'm going to go one more wrap just because I like it a little more of a silhouette like that. Then basically whip finish or half hitch finish. I know the fly tying guys out there are like going crazy. What, you're not using a tool? And you know, it's like, again, it's easier for me to find my fingers than the tool on my desk. If I showed you a picture of my desk, you'd be appalled. So, all right, you tie that down, tie it, cut off anything that annoys you, and pretty much that's your fly. Or I should put it actually back on here so you can see it. It's really pretty simple, but you know, it does what flies are supposed to do. You know, it kind of pulsates. It acts like I think an emerger. It's real good in the springtime. And again, it's another fly you typically can't buy this at a fly shop because it would kill them. Well, I don't know if it would kill them, but you know, it'd be hard to pay $4 for a fly that takes about 30 seconds to tie. So that's kind of another one of my guide flies. Maybe it's a peacock soft hackle. That would be a name for it, I guess. I don't know. There's probably a real name for it, but I have no idea. I don't really care. So there you go. I hope you have fun tying that. And that'll keep you in business between that and the prime meridian. You don't need a whole lot more than that. But we'll go into another one. I'm going to do one on what's called the sable dust bunny, and that's another one it's a very you don't find it in stores. So all right, again, comment, subscribe. I love the comments. I try to respond to every comment. So there you go.